trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Brady's Patriots. So with that, let's get up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards. A great job pulling that one.
Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use him in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here's Dalton. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. And Dalton, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton taking it in. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he cuts it right sideline. A good pickup there of 22.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Brady gives now to Blount. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run again with Blount. And some room to work. The 20. And he cuts it left, and now room to move. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 39 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 79 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. A big play, Brady to Gronkowski, 43 yards.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. 2 great competitors, 2 fantastic players.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. On the toss, this is Blunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Obviously, the offense thought they had something going by trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
Well, incomplete there, but Charles, switching gears for a second, talking about quarterback play, we have seen a lot of good quarterback play so far this year, haven't we?
We always talk about Drew Brees. That's almost old hat, but let's give him his respect. But how about some new names that are on this list? Matt Ryan has elevated his game to its highest level. How about what Sam Bradford has done?
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. 57 yards. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Extra point coming now for Nugent. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Right, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Here's Blunt. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5. Now 4th down.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage?
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check 50, check 50. Wait, 20.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Wait, 20.
Now a carry for Blunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
From midfield, here's Brady. Finding time. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and unable to connect. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 79 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Again, here's Bernard. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball.
Thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can... Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's goes into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced. The turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now, here come the Bengals. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw here, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And, partner, I know we've done some division talk, looked at different races, particularly the NFC East. What else besides NFC East is catching your eye now?
I can't help it. It's the AFC South. I came into the year thinking this was a division with a lot of intriguing storylines, and they had a great offseason. I wanted to see how it would develop. Well, Houston beats Indianapolis last Sunday night. And if that game is reversed, if Indianapolis wins, it's every team in that division has 3 losses. Amazing what's going on there. It will be tightly contested all the way through.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, there goes Jeremy Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeremy Hill, 27 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. And now out come the Patriots. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 45 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the rule allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now the Patriots.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Brady. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Blunt. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Hey. 20.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a good game. Yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
After another.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down and just 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And an alley to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'm still an old school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
20. Alabama, 58.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team.
That comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 3rd and goal, Patriots now for the 1.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing ring.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. This is taken around the 12. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
53. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, right, 58, right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down.
Watch left, start right there.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
By 20, by 20. 58 to the line. 58 to the line. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. What Garrett Blunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
You got right. You got right. Zebra. Hey,
2nd attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Plenty of credit to the defense for not giving up the first down, but offensive coaches will tell their receivers, you've got to know where the sticks are. Run your routes deep enough in order for us to pick that up.
And Dalton to throw. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
So now Dalton. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the Patriots coming out this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defense showing blitz. They'll run it here. This is James White. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. A lot